Hello guys, Chris here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing the Radeon RX 6700 XT in Call of Duty Warzone 2. This one is the Sapphire Pulse edition of the card. We are running it with the latest AMD drivers, and I'm not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs right here in Tech Power-Ups. GPU Z, resizable bar, or AMD SAM is also enabled. And over on the left, we're pairing it with a Ryzen 7 5800X 3D and 32GB of RAM. This is DDR4 3600 MHz CL14. Let's get right into it, shall we? First of all, let's go over the settings. I'm playing at 1080p resolution, and we're also going to test this one at 1440p and 4K resolutions. And we're using the Ultra Graphics preset with texture resolution set to high, because we got those 12GB of VRAM, and the depth of field turned off, because I hate the look of it in this particular title. Oh no, I see way too many people dropping in Zarqwa Hydroelectric. That's gonna be terrible. Also guys, take a look at that frame time graph. It is so much better than what we saw with the RTX 3060 Ti. Holy crap, that's actually smooth. That's actually smooth most of the time. I cannot believe this. There is such a big difference. Is it because of the 8GB of VRAM on the 3060 Ti, or? I don't think so. I think it's just because this is an AMD GPU and the other one is NVIDIA, and this game runs much better on AMD cards. I think with the 3060 Ti we were seeing like 90 frames per second here. With this one we're getting like 10% more FPS. Dropping into the water, it drops into the 80s, mid-80s, lower 80s at times. What the hell is happening? What is it with this sound? Damn, the 6700 XT is definitely killing it here in Warzone 2 compared to the 3060 Ti. Of course, it's standing alone, it doesn't seem that impressive with 109 FPS and 64 1% lows at 1080p. It's ultra settings, but it's 1080p resolution, my friends. You know, when this game came out, it used to run so much better than this. They absolutely wrecked the performance of this game every single time. It was the same exact thing back in Warzone 1. It started really well optimized. I always give this example, the RX 570, which is a GPU that I really love. It got 120 FPS back when Warzone 1 came out, and by the end of it, in the final season, it was getting like 60 at the same low settings, 60 to like 80 most of the time, I think. So it's not like half performance, but it's close. That's BS, okay? That's freaking ridiculous, basically. Anyway, that's it for native resolution. Let's test it out using FSR 2.1 on quality first. And I've seen a lot of people telling me that FSR 2 looks better than DLSS in this game. And what is this? What is happening? What? Okay, well, I see other people and they see me as well. There's a guy over here. Can we actually spot him? He's in the middle of the road. I got a sniper rifle. Where is the bastard? In that direction? Oh, they're shooting at me as well. What? No! Oh, I didn't see this one in the map! That is cheating! That is cheating! Alright, I'm gonna go. Bye! As I was saying, I saw a lot of comments saying that FSR 2 looks better than DLSS in this one. I do not think that's the case everywhere. Like, if you're just in a city area with some buildings, seeing your weapon as well, it actually does look better, but the vegetation, I think it looks worse using FSR. Alright, let's go to the water. Oh, that was a terrible idea. Anyway. No, it crashed! It crashed! Oh, look at the hair with FSR. Oh, damn it. See, some things do look great, like the weapon and stuff, and the actual model, but then the hair... That's terrible! Oh, something tells me that a lot of people are gonna drop in Zarqwa Hydroelectric with us, and I'm gonna die very early into this. But it's okay. All we need to do is to see the water, because we already played for a little bit with FSR, right? Yeah, let's try this out. I'm gonna start counting the FPS right away, and we're seeing 150. Look at that. 160s as well. That's pretty good. Oh, wow, and look at the frame time. It's even smoother this time around. Oh, gotta love this. Okay, yes. Guys, if you really want to play this game, if this is your main game that you play 90% of the time, I think getting an AMD GPU is worth it. Like, this is way better. It doesn't even drop from like 120 near this water with FSR 2 enabled. That means that it's gonna be a high refresh rate experience all throughout the map, guys. You're gonna have no problem achieving like 120 plus FPS most of the time. There's a guy. I have a semi-sniper rifle without a scope. Okay, where is the bastard? Maybe he's inside of here, I don't know. Oh, I'm scared now. I'm a little bit scared. They got a UAV up as well. Oh, damn it. Okay, feels extremely smooth though. But I'm gonna go away. Alright, it's really responsive, guys, okay? That's lovely. I am playing on 60 Hz, unfortunately, but if I was using a high refresh rate here, I can't use it because of the capture cards. It would work phenomenally. Oh, with this card in Warzone 2. Reload this crap, damn it! Ah. Also, look at the 1% lows. Very good, right? Especially compared to NVIDIA GPUs. Let's go up to 1440p. This is what I am really curious about, because the 3060 Ti dropped from 60 FPS at 1440p native. Okay, here we go, 1440p using the same settings. No FSR is enabled now. It's dropping a little bit. It's dropping a little bit already, but it's looking at Zarqwa hydroelectric from above, so maybe down here is gonna be better. All right, 70s, 80s. Yeah, it feels all right over here. Definitely better than the 3060 Ti. Remember, that GPU got a ton of frame time spikes. The closer that we got to 60 FPS, the worse it would get in terms of stuttering. This one, it's also the same case, but it's not as noticeable for sure. And those frame time spikes aren't as big as they were on the NVIDIA GPU. Now, it is not dropping from 60 FPS, swimming around here, guys. It's pretty good. Look at this. Even splashing into the water, 60 flat is the minimum. A little bit of an overclock would make it at 60 plus all of the time, even while looking at the entire Zarqwa hydroelectric city, or whatever this is, from above. So you don't really need to use FSR here at 1440p, but if you want to use it, well, it will look better than 1080p. So I think I would probably enable it unless you want that 60 FPS experience, which is totally fine as well. If you just cap it to 60, again, overclock the cards just a little bit, it should stay at 60 100% of the time, or at least 99% of the time. Going in this direction, can we touch 100 frames per second? Maybe. Yeah, that was close, but not quite. And let's see it near the bushy areas. Should be a little bit better than the water once again. 70s, high 60s at times. No low 60s here, basically. Like, in some games, this is actually slower than the RTX 3060 Ti, but in this one, it's quite a bit faster to the point where it actually makes a difference. So, quality FSR 2.1 is next. As I told you, at 1440p, it looks a little bit better than at 1080p for sure, compared to native resolutions, that is. And it's good enough to put us above 100 frames per second again, so much smoother experience. Wow, okay. I guess it's only gonna drop into like, what, the 90s, maybe high 80s once we touch some water. Once again, high refresh rate or close to a high refresh rate experience all of the time. Alright. Well, why did you decide to do that, buddy? Was that an actual player? I cannot believe that's an actual player. Because that's just so stupid to shoot a guy like that in the middle of nowhere. I'm sure I have done it at some point, but, you know, I'm just trying to benchmark the game here. Again, compared to yesterday's video, this is so much more stable. The 1% lows are so much better in this game. It's insane. Why don't they optimize it for NVIDIA GPUs as well? I don't understand. It could be the engine that runs way better on AMD. It is. Okay? That's the norm with Call of Duty titles these days. Maybe because they're made for a PS5 first? I don't know. I think I saw a guy. Also, same FPS around here, like 90s and high 80s. Really nice. Yeah, there he is. There he is. Oh, boy. Oh boy. All right, pick me again, buddy. There we go. Good job. Thank you very much. Should we push him, guys? Yeah, maybe we should. Let's go with it. This is enough for FSR at 1440p. And by the way, if you aren't seeing any water on screen, this is what you can expect. Like 120s at times. It looks and runs really well. Buddy, come on. Pick me again, buddy. Pick me. Thank you, thank you. Come on, damn you bastard, damn you bastard. I hate them campers, bro. Okay, you know what? We're gonna get this one. We're gonna get this one for sure. Come on, you bastard! I'm gonna get you. I'm still gonna get you. I am still gonna get you. He's a camping bastard. He's definitely not gonna come towards us. I told you he wasn't gonna come. He just threw a freaking grenade because he's so scared. There was another guy looking at me. All right, guys, it's time for 4K resolution, 3840 by 2160, using the ultra settings with no FSR at the moment, and we just dropped. Oh, hello there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. We did it. We did it with less than 60 frames per second. Oh, I cannot believe this. Oh, there's another one there. Thank you for not dropping here. God damn it. Oh boy. How? Where? You camping bastard. Gulag times getting below 60 FPS. I'm not sure if I can do this, guys. Oh boy, we need good FPS, as I told you, in this game. But now I got bad FPS. I don't like it. Where is the best? There he is. Okay. We're even now. I shot him a couple of times. He shot me another couple of times. How the heck? Ooh, okay, so this is the warm-up. We can already take a look at water here. Shooting the water. Ooh, look at that, 30 FPS flat. Jesus. So 4K with native resolution is not going to be playable. Let's try it with... Can I apply the settings, please? Let's try it with FSR 2.1 on quality. Beautiful Zarqua at 4K with FSR is actually looking pretty damn good. Very close to DLSS in this game on quality, actually. Maybe slightly more noisy towards the trees there, but it's very minor. Let's start counting our FPS. I like the visuals here at 4K resolution. FSR does look pretty good. Touching the water is gonna wreck our FPS. And indeed it does. It drops into the lower 50s. It's not a terrible experience, since these are like the worst FPS that you'll see. 53, 52, 51. But I mean, once again, in Call of Duty Warzone, you need 60 plus FPS all of the time if you want to stand a chance against the camping bastards. So, Jesus Christ, again, every single time, it gets me every time. Oh boy. Alright, we need to drop the quality of FSR here. So let's try it out on balanced. Hopefully it's still gonna look very similar to the quality setting. Still applying. Start counting our FPS now, and let's see it near the water. Okay, 60s, 50s. Not terrible. It's much better than at quality, that's for sure, right? Like, it's not dropping too much, but it still drops a little bit, and it's now stuttering a little bit more, because I don't know why this game does this. If you change the upscaling inside of a match, or if you die, for example, go to the gulag and come back, it starts having those little frame time spikes. It is so stupid. Whoa, boy! Hello! P90 for the win! Not really, it sucks. I hate this. Oh boy, so I'm gonna need to restart the game just to try it out with FSR, which is completely dumb, but yeah, it will get rid of those bigger frame time spikes that are now happening very often. Hello? God damn it, there it is. I swear, now that things are actually going my way, I need to restart. I cannot believe this. Alright, while dropping, things are actually quite nice here with balanced FSR. Look at that, 60s. It will probably drop near the water, and we're seeing 59 right there already, but that's not bad, you know. Without the stuttering issues, it's actually super playable at the 4K resolution with balanced FSR, and it still looks really nice. It looks clean, a little bit noisy at times near the grass and vegetation, of course, and trees, but look at that, it's not dropping from 60 frames per second anymore. I mean, it will drop, as you can see there, 59 once again, but it's very rare, and it gets 69 FPS on average. For it to be 60 plus 100% of the time, you need Performance FSR, and with that setting enabled, I can see a lot more noise and ghosting as well around the scope here. Yeah, that's not good, but it gets basically 70 plus or 10 more FPS than what we got on Balanced FSR. The thing is, I really think that you should play on minimum settings instead in this game, because the visuals are cleaner, you can spot enemies better, it still looks okay, you know, it's actually really similar on minimum settings, and it's gonna be high refresh rate all the way, and that's what you want in a game like this one, where people are sweating their pants and their heads and their headphones and whatever while playing it, because they're trying so hard to kill El Crispo every single time. Yeah. Over here, 80 something frames per second. It will look pretty bad actually with a lot of vegetation on screen, but again, it's not terrible. It still looks better than like 1440p with quality FSR, I would say. So let's move on to minimum settings next. Alright guys, back to 1080p resolution using the minimum settings now with high textures, because we got 12 gigs of VRAM. Okay, back at it again, and look at that GPU utilization, it's not maxed out, so we're seeing the limits of the 5800X3D at the moment, guys, and that means that you will need a beefy CPU like this one, or maybe a Ryzen 5 5600X3D to achieve these same FPS that we're seeing here. Even my i5 13600K overclocked to 5.6 GHz gets less FPS than this CPU. And that's down to the horrible optimization, once again, of Call of Duty Warzone 2. Previously, the CPU was good for 230 frames per second. Now it's good for 160-ish. And as I told you, this still looks similar to Ultra settings, right? But now we have a lot more FPS, of course, and we also have a lot more clarity in those graphics, because basically we got rid of that noisy look. We saw a lot of noise previously on the water. Now it doesn't look terrible. Well, it kind of does look terrible, but it doesn't look noisy and out of focus anymore. Alright, foresty area getting way higher FPS than in Zarqwa, because it is less CPU intensive and we can close to max out our GPU. It's actually at 98% right now. So yeah, 157 FPS average, 1% lows are pretty stable as well. So I like this experience a lot. Of course, enabling FSR here at this resolution won't really do much, because we were already CPU bound, and this improves GPU performance by lowering the internal resolution, you know. But since we were actually GPU bound in this area, we're now seeing a little bit more FPS. Oh my god, oh my god. Why? He's probably cheating, right? How did he know that we were here? I can do this. Yes, sir. Yes, I can. Let's go, buddy. Stop reshielding. I'm here. There we go. Come on. Oh, missed that one. Come on. Ah, all right. I'm gonna push to the building there. Hello, kind sir. Oh, god damn it. Okay, I don't have more shields, so we might as well just stop this. Missed. Hello. Come on. He's also missing everything, dude. That's it for FSR. There's no point in testing it further at the 1080p minimum settings. Let's disable it and play at 1440. There it is, 2560 by 1440, 100% resolution scale, no sharpening or upscaling, minimum settings. Alright, we're down here. Gonna grab some shields and a revolver, and I'm being tracked. Of course I am. A lot of people dropped here in Zarqwa because it's a stronghold apparently, and that might mean that we are screwed. Also, FPS are actually pretty damn good. This is 1440p, it's averaging 130 FPS. Near the water, it is getting 100 plus still. This is really nice for Call of Duty, guys, even if you want 1440p, which I feel like is a really nice resolution for the 6700 XT. I actually tested it in my full review at this res, and it did pretty well overall. Is that Superman? What the hell? Did you see that? It was Superman, wasn't it? Yeah, let's continue. 120s, fully GPU bound as well at this res, which is nice with the 5800X 3D. Over in this area, 140s. Look at that. This is a high refresh rate experience. You don't need 144 FPS plus the entire time for it to be a high refresh rate experience. Even if you have a 144 Hz monitor, this will feel really, really smooth. Okay. All right, let me just reshield a little bit. And obviously, we still have that FSR2 support. So, that's Superman again. Now they're scared, and I can actually change the settings and test some FSR. Here we go. FSR 2.1 set to quality. It's now applied, and it gets 160. So if you want to max out that 144 Hz monitor most of the time, you will need to use FSR on quality. Some people say that this actually looks a little bit better as well than native resolution. That's true compared to like ultra settings with that filmic, horrible, super soft stuff. But at native resolution with SMAA T2X, instead, it actually looks a little bit better than this, a little bit sharper, you know, or more detailed. However, this is still very good. I don't feel like you're going to be at a big disadvantage because of resolution at this point. And the FPS are a little bit higher as well. Again, I would choose the native resolution, but FSR still works very well. Nice! Oh, that was good! Okay! Good stuff, good stuff. I think now it's time for us to try some 4K resolution with the minimum settings. This is definitely a competitive experience still with the... Yeah, you Superman bastard! I told you he was gonna kill us. Look at him! Look at him! It's Captain America, actually. Sorry. And now we're playing at 4K using the same minimum settings with high textures. Ooh, this is actually pretty impressive. While dropping and seeing the town, city, Zarqwa from above, it's not dropping from 60. Look at that. It's getting 70 still. Okay. This is still native 4K resolution, alright? It's not easy to run this natively without any FSR or anything. I actually thought we'd need to enable FSR on quality to see 80 FPS average, but apparently no. And look at that! It didn't even drop from 60. It will if I start splashing around into the water like this, 57 there, but it is way better. This is quite nice, guys. It'll only drop from 60 FPS in worst case scenarios, basically, which is still not ideal, but remember, a slight overclock will make those 1% lows. Actually, not the 1% lows, because they are screwed because of little spikes that we're seeing in the frame time graph, but it will make those minimums, 57 FPS, go higher and touch 60 frames per second instead. So it is gonna be 60 plus 100% of the time if you have an overclocked version of this GPU. But don't get me wrong, the ideal resolution is definitely 1440p, but if you want to delve into 4K territory, you can. Anyways, with FSR 2.1 set to quality, it will definitely stay at 60 plus 100% of the time. Oh, nice, 69 FPS there while it's applying. Okay, here we go. FSR is now applied, set to quality. It's a little bit more shimmery. Still looks a lot better than everything else that we tried so far, okay? Yeah, you know what? If you have a 4K monitor, I think I would actually play like this with the 5700 XT. It's working really well. It's looking great. I thought it was gonna get like 80 FPS average with 1% lows in the 50s using these settings right now, but no, it got that at native, which is insane. Because again, remember, native resolution at 4K is super demanding. You can just compare the FPS that we saw here with 1440p, and you see that this is ultra demanding, you know. But it's working quite well. 70s and 80s near the water in one of the most intensive areas in the map. So that's been it for this one. I think I'm just gonna try to find this bastard. He's camping in the map, you know, he's right there. And probably die with him because he's probably hearing us already. Where are you, bastard? Come over here, boy. Hello? He's still going away. Are you serious? Stop! Stop running away from me. Are you kidding me? They camp and then they see a threat and run away. They don't even try. All right. I'll catch you in the next one. Love you all. Bye-bye.